All right, everyone, we're back live here. We're located in Washington, D.C. This is the C. Allen Morning Show. We thank everyone, and we welcome all of our new listeners, 2012, to the C. Allen Morning Show, Beauty Talk Radio. Now, before we went to the commercial break, and we're going to go to the highlights in a second, but I wanted Seven to give honor where honor is due. I don't want to make this a somber show, but I just wanted to reiterate the fact that Deshaun Moody worked very hard on the C. Allen Morning Show from Chicago. And a lot of people think that, or may think that we just come in and shoot the breeze on the air for an hour, but no, we're here. We have a job to do, and our job is to enlighten all of the listeners and keep them abreast with all of the facts in reference to beauty. Many people, especially in my opinion, African Americans, a lot of times we do not go and seek consultation from the professionals. So we like to bring it directly to you in your homes. And what Deshaun did was he was able to give us that kind of fiber that the morning show really needed. And for him to be gunned down like that in Chicago was just devastating for not only his family, but the C. Allen Morning Show family. So we're going to say, and we know that Chicago's listening this morning. Our hearts and our prayers do go out to the Moody family, and we're going to make sure that his memories stay alive here on the morning show.
Yeah, I agree with you. One of the things I really wanted to express is that I met a young man a few years ago that it was a new time for him in his career, and I watched him grow. And I guess the really sad part is it didn't come to fruition the way it should have, because he worked so hard, and he was just at that point where his talents were going to really show. So I'm devastated on a personal level, on a professional level. And, you know, I have kids myself, so my love goes out to his mother and his family. And I just wanted to say that was a really hard thing.
Yeah, and I think what's important, Seven, is that for everybody that's listening, you know, the violence is just going to have to stop. It's senseless violence that is going on, you know, all across the country, and it has to stop, because when you don't know people's story, because if you go on our page, you'll see the dedication to Deshaun and how he had, I believe, 9 or 10 other siblings, and he was the oldest. And the mother talked about in an article in Chicago how, you know, she really relied and depended on him to help take care of his brothers and sisters, and now he's gone on.
It's a family that's suffering for sure.
Exactly, over some
senseless.
Yeah,
they were trying to take Christmas gifts,
which is crazy.
So
okay, so yeah. Well, Deshaun Moody, we love you.
We love you.
And we will keep your name alive here on the C. Allen Morning Show. Okay, now let's move forward. Now we want to talk about today, the 2011, the things that happened in the beauty industry. So I'm going to let Seven take over and give us the rundown on the things that happened in 2011. And I definitely want to piggyback on some of those. Go ahead, Seven.
Okay, so there's a lot of trends we saw happen in 2011 that are going to trickle into 12. At the top of that list, I have to say color and nails won the year.
Okay.
We saw lots of color on runways. That blue, that electric blue, that used to be very taboo for us. You remember that?
Okay.
In the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You have oranges, purples, yellows, everything.
Okay.
Then we go to the topic of the pointy nail.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, my God. Hate it.
I see Beyonce with that a lot.
And not even just the pointy nail, but it's the artificial nail that's metal, like some gold object or silver object.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that, but, you know, trend is trend. Then we have some more, you know, serious topics, like our friend Sam Fine, who has gone on to become the creative director of a very large line for Fashion Fair Cosmetics. Okay, now I definitely want, I'm hoping that, you know, Sam is a good friend of the show. He's been on the show a couple of times last year. I'm sorry, not last year. We're in 2012, the year prior in 2010. Yeah. And what I want to do is I'm definitely, we need to get him in on an interview so we can talk about that, because to me,
You know, a lot of people say, Seven, that Fashion Fair is dead. A lot of people say
well,
that.
It's alive now.
Yeah, and a lot of people have said to me that only the seasoned folks still wear Fashion Fair, but it's not a hip brand. It's not anything that, you know, they said that people will bypass it in the stores. So
well,
I want to.
You know what? I disagree.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. It goes in the category of cult cosmetics.
Well, maybe you disagree because you're close to 50. Go ahead. I'm just saying because I'm just saying that my people tell me in the department stores that they walk right past Fashion Fair, and Fashion Fair
what
has
are the ages of your people.
And Fashion Fair now has the smallest counters. And all of that because the seasoned people, your mother and your grandmother wore Fashion Fair. But do you wear Fashion Fair?
I don't really wear makeup.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I do. The people who love it, love it. But I think what's more important and very interesting is that we now have this man who has touched every celebrity face and done such a wonderful job, who's on the front line of choosing color and making it more updated and exciting. I have a problem with the packaging, honestly.
Well, I just want to see what he's going to do with the title. That's all.
I can't wait.
I want to see what he's going to do. One thing I know is his background. He is one of the persons who helped formulate the Black Opal line, and Black Opal is awesome. We sell that at the school.
It is awesome.
So then if you want your Black Opal, everyone, 700 Monroe Street, Northeast Washington, D.C., the Bennett Career Institute. We sell Black Opal 2 for $16. And I'm telling you, he was one of the formulators of that one. So I want to know what kind of new innovative things is Mr. Sam Fine going to do for 2012.
I think that before the spring release that we should try and get him here to premiere it and talk about it a little bit. He hasn't said much, but I know color is one of the top things on the list.
Well, I'm dying to see this because, you know, I see Sam more as the celebrity makeup artist. You know, I don't see him behind the desk doing the background work of the director, doing all that kind of stuff. So we'll wait and see. Let's move on. I mean, we don't give him that much. Go ahead.
Okay. Cosmetic queen. Evelyn Lauder passed away at the age of 75.
75.
From non-genetic ovarian cancer. And I think that, I mean, besides that being a beauty brand that rocks the world, she definitely married into the family and found her own place. But I thought it was interesting that she was the creator of the Pink Ribbon campaign. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yes, she was. And I'm sure about this fact, C. Allen.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you are, since you now just said it to over 60,000 folks. So I'm glad that you are. One thing I can say, I've read a lot, did a lot of extensive research concerning the Lauder companies and Estee Lauder, and I just think that it is a testament to all of us. And one of the things, Seven, that we're going to be doing this year is not only educating, but we want to enlighten and motivate our listeners. And to think how Estee Lauder started going into her girlfriend's houses, you know, with her batch of perfumes, and how she was able to bring her brand from different houses to department stores and now
to the world,
and now to the absolute world. It is something that is a motivating factor to all of us, that whatever your dream, whatever your vision is, whatever you have that's your passion, you need to turn that passion into action. You need to be able to make it happen. So we salute Miss Lauder. We salute her in life. We salute her in death for being able to really lead the company to awesome levels.
Okay. So the next one up is this year, 2011, Miss Universe was crowned on September 11, actually. And she's a young lady named Layla Lopes from Angola, Africa.
An African queen.
I think that's amazing.
And that is Miss Universe.
Miss Universe.
I know that's right. So our 2011 Miss Universe, Miss African Queen, baby, from Angola. I need to see what that looked like. I need to see what she looked like. But that's absolutely wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter what I think because she won Miss Universe.
Exactly.
So that's awesome. Now, one of the things we want to do is we got to go to a commercial break again. You know, we got to pay some bills. But, Seven, when we come back, I want to talk about OWN channel. I want to talk about Oprah Winfrey's Network, the channel that my mother cannot stop looking at. Every time I go into the door, on every TV in the house, you see that OWN. And I think it's awesome. I just think it's part of history. And I'm glad that when my great grandchildren go back and read the history, and, you know, back in the day, it was Madam C.J. Walker.
Yes.
And one of the things that she says, Seven, that I use in my life, and that is, it doesn't matter how good you are if no one knows.
Exactly. And Oprah makes sure everyone knows.
Yes. So when we come back, we want to talk about how Miss Beverly Johnson has a new TV show. You know, she's the supermodel, and she has a new TV show on the OWN network. So we're going to
don't give it away.
No. I'm not saying that. We're going to talk about it when we get back. I want you to stay tuned, everyone. This is the Sea Island Morning Show. We're on 1450 AM WOL here in the nation's capital. We'll be right back after these messages. And remember, pamper yourself because it's your duty. We'll be right back, everybody.